folks, it's Finn. So, it is hello from Devon. How amazing. So, my last vlog turned out to be a little bit more emotional than I'd anticipated. After saying in the beginning that I couldn't cry, I then just couldn't talk at the end of it for being really choked up. It is really emotional, of course it is, I've learnt more and more to live in the grey these days, that, it can be that some things are really, really sad, but other things are really, really good and happy. And this, being here, is really, really good and really, really happy. After my last vlog, Chris came and picked me up at 6 o'clock in the morning on the Thursday morning. The plan was he was going to do a trip with me, stay the night, and then if I had any left over, the really kind gentleman that offered me himself and his van was going to do the next week. But Chris said, let's just do it all in one day if we don't get it in. And we didn't get it all in one van. And so that meant 2 trips. We started off at 6 in the morning, did the first load, went back, and then the second load we got here and then we're all done and dusted by about 10 o'clock, I think. So it was a really long day, and Chris, I love you. You're my big Viking superstar bear. Thank you very much. It's amazing being here. It's really quite surreal. It was good to do it all in one day, really, because it meant that I could get as much sorted over the weekend as possible, because I had to return to Oxford, as I explained, on the Monday to do my step 12 with my sponsor and to finish that. And that was so incredibly powerful. Everything that happened in Oxford was just so out of my control and not what I'd expected, and just felt really sad and painful. But in doing the step 12, I decided how to leave Oxford, and that is something that's so incredible, that rather than kind of ending with it all feeling awful, I went, right, this is how Oxford's going to end. I'm going to do my step 12, it's going to be something really positive, and then I'm going to move on. And that's been so right. I mean, I got back here on the Wednesday evening. It's now Saturday. God, it feels like ages, but not much time at the same time. It's weird, but now it feels like I'm really settled. This is really home. Oxford's done, it's parked, it's done. That was an amazing time in my life that I will always love, but now it's here, and new beginnings. Incredible. I did my first AA meeting here in Dawlish last night, and that feels incredible to be connected with the community here. Met some really nice people, and I've got some offers of lifts to meetings dotted around everywhere, so that's good. I'm plugged in now. I'm just getting to know the local area and having a walk around. My internet's been really dodgy, but I'm now online in the flat. Out and about, it's a bit dodgy on data though. But I have been keeping the FinnFam updated, and I will continue to do that now that I've got more internet. I will do more of these live videos when I kind of go wandering out and about all over the place. So do subscribe, check out, like the FinnFam Facebook page to be kept up to date with all additional stuff that goes on. I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who donated to my GoFundMe page. I am still in absolute shock of the fact that I hit my target, and I really did not expect to do that. When people said that they thought it was a good idea and they'd like to give something, I felt a bit awkward and a bit embarrassed about the whole thing. But it's just been so humbling and so incredible to realise that so many people are thankful of what I do and want to give something back and want the best for me. It's just been absolutely mind-blowing. I don't think you realise just how much you all mean to me. I have been probably the lowest I've been for a while. This is probably the hardest thing I've gone through in my 5 years of recovery so far. And I've done it with grace, with dignity, and without needing to drink, take a drug, self-harm, any of that. And although of course I recognise that it's my strength that's done that, it's also having all of you care so obviously about my happiness. Because every time I feel low or what have you, I've just got these tons of messages of support, and so there's all these people in my life that I don't want to let down, if that makes sense. Not in a bad way, but in knowing how much people are rooting for me, it keeps me going. Honestly, this whole situation would have been so much more difficult had it not been for you and your support. Absolutely, and I do not say that lightly at all. It really would have been. because I would have just felt incredibly alone, and it would have been so easy to go, oh, do you know what, it doesn't matter, I'm just going to do something stupid. So yeah, I really, really mean it when I say that I am so incredibly grateful, and it's given me a real renewed sense of my sense of self, that I am a really decent human being. If enough people like want me to do well and want the best for me, it's really helped to boost my self-esteem and my own self-worth and my own strength. So thank you so much. I have to give a massive, massive shout out to Coffee for Craig, who paid my deposit. I can't believe what generosity that is. Coffee and Craig is a charity run entirely by volunteers that help people with drug and alcohol addiction, homelessness, vulnerable people. And they've paid my deposit, which is just so humbling, and I've donated my time. So I mean it, Coffee for Craig, whenever you need me, whether it's next year's Sparkle Pride or whether it's any events in between, I'm at your service and happy to help anytime. So yeah, I just wanted to drop in quickly and give a quick hello from Devon, because it does seem that I'm quite quiet on here at the moment, but it's been quite difficult to update YouTube. But as I say, do keep checking out the Finn fan page, because that's where it's just, I'm just selfieing mad and videoing mad right now. But I will be doing a flat tour now. I'm almost done here. So as soon as it's done, I shall do a vlog flat tour and a little tour of the local area as well. And that will be up here when it's ready. So check that out. Thanks again, everyone, for everything. I love you all so incredibly much, and I'm really, really excited to share this new part of the journey with you in building a new life. I mean, this is new. In recovery, I've never done this, you know. I've always had shared flats, shared accommodation, things provided, bills paid. This is all mine. I've just bought my first Hoover. I'm 42 years old. I've never owned a Hoover before. Crazy, how crazy is that? So, you know, this is all really exciting stuff. Being single, being independent for the first time, properly clean and sober, and managing my life and all my affairs without kind of running away from stuff. This is incredible. What an absolute amazing next part of the journey this is going to be, and to share it with all of you who obviously really care is just amazing. So thank you very, very much indeed, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.